El Tirador is composed as a son caliciense, and a son caliciense is one of the indigenous song forms native to the mariachi tradition. So for safekeeping, we're going to go over the four chords that are used in this arrangement of El Tirador. The first one is G major. So we're paying attention to where our fingers are, but exactly what fingers we're using. So G should be performed this way. It should sound like this. Right. D7 will be these three fingers plus our thumb up here, sound like this. Great. And if we move on to the second page, we have two more chords. G7, played like this. And C major, a good voicing or fingering for this chord would be this. Right. So hopefully you're using those fingers on those chords. Being able to learn and perform any son, I think, is a great challenge for most mariachi armonía players. It's also some of the most rewarding challenges that you'll find in being a mariachi. So I think we should pay attention to the most laborious and most active part of a son caliciense, which is the right hand and the strumming. So we're going to go through slowly and break down each rudiment of the son, and that way you'll have a good foundation for which to play all other sones in the future. The first rudiment we'll look at is three groups of 2/8 notes being together. Each one is a strum, and one goes down and the other one up. So you'll repeat that 3 times total. 1, 2, 3. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, if you also notice, there are some caret symbols looking over to the right. That means that we're going to accent every down strum in that measure. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. Remember also that because we have an up strum, doesn't mean that it's softer or not there. It's just not as loud as the first one. So again, muting, let's try it again. 1, te, 2, te, 3, te, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Down, up, down, up, down, up. The next set of rudiments are two groups of 3/8 notes being together. Now those are performed a little bit differently, even though the timing is very similar. They don't sound all too similar. The way we perform one rudiment is down, down, up, and then repeat that. Down, down, up. So together they'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Again. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Our accents are on every second note or every second down. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up. The third rudiment is what we call a contratiempo, which doesn't mean that you're countering time. It in fact implies that you're getting somewhere late. It's a contratiempo. It's used colloquially in Spanish-speaking countries. And so a musical equivalent of a contratiempo will be that instead of our hand moving in a downward motion on a downbeat, down, up, down, up, down, up, like the first rudiment, we're actually going backwards. We're going up, down, up, down, up, down. We're getting late. The next rudiment that we're going to identify is found on measures 3, 8, 9, and 10 of your music. So it's a very common rhythm used in son practice. It's a quarter note, 2 16th notes tied to an 8th note, and then 2 8th notes. So the very first part of that is the quarter note. That's just a down strum. Then there's a redoble, which is down, up, down. That's the 2 16th notes and an 8th note. And then the last 2 8th notes being together look a lot like our first rudiment. And we know that 2 8th notes being together are just down, up. So let's see what that sounds like together. A little bit slower. Okay. Dun, 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 down, down, up, down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In the son caliciense, these rudiments can be combined or repeated in a multiple number of patterns. And so that's what we're going to be encountering in El Tirador. Another really crucial aspect to performing sones calicienses as a guitar or vihuela or guitarra de golpe player is going to be accents. And our accents are built in because that's where the guitarrón syncopated bass line is happening as well. So we're both striking a little bit firmer and kind of driving the ensemble there. like a rhythmic engine. So I'll play a few of the rudiments and then I'll add the accent. And so the first time will just be straight with no accent, and then I'll go ahead and add that in. So let's get our metronome up to about 100. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Good. The second rudiment is down, down, up, down, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Again. Now accented. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great. Another rudiment, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the counter tempo is going to deserve a little bit more attention, because the inflection is that we're behind, meaning that our down strum is on the upbeat. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, and I'm just going to be performing here from your music on measure, let's say measure 37. So we're going in, maintaining for one measure, then exiting on the third measure. This is measures 37, 38, and 39. And there we're on a G7. 1, tay, 2, tay, 3, tay, 1, tay, 2, tay, 3, tay. 1, 2, 3. 1, again. At rehearsal D, you'll see 5 redobles and then 2 eighth notes being together across 2 bars. So let's start practicing that. Let's start developing a very good and accurate metronomic rendering of those rhythms. Let's do that at about 100 beats per minute. Again, we're muting. And let's just start like this. Let's count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now we're going to add down strums to every number except for 6. We're going to add an up on that one. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Next step is between the numbers 1 through 5, we're going to add the final strum to make a redoble. Down, up, down, down, up, down. So instead of 1, 2, 3, it's going to sound 1, 2, 3. Same way we're going down, doing the down strum, we won't deviate from that timing. We're just adding a strum. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Redobles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Again, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As far as the roadmap of the piece or what sections we play, it's pretty straightforward. We play the introduction. Then when we enter A section, we'll be going back to that from the end of E back to A a total of 3 times. At which point, the 4th time through, we'll just go straight through to F, and that'll finish up the piece for us. The remainder of this video is a performance of this arrangement of El Tirador. I hope this has been useful to you. Remember that you can click on the little Volk underneath the video to alter the playback speed and maybe play it a bit slower if it's still too fast for you at tempo. El Tirador. 1, 2, 3, bum, bum, ba, bum. It's been my pleasure and honor to serve as your virtual guitar instructor on behalf of the Tucson International Mariachi Conference.